So, why am I here? I'm here because you, my friend, you too. Rock on. I'm with you. You, my friend, are the last of a legacy. You don't realize it, but you are the end of the line. It started with a young man who's in Norfolk, Virginia right now, who's going to turn 21 in July. His name is Dalton. Remember him? Okay. He started it. You're the last of a line. You're the last time I'll ever do this. I won't do any more. So, it's my honor and my privilege, and I thank you for having me and Miss Roseanne come up. It's a great privilege and honor for me to do the last one. And for you, it's also an honor. We've seen you since you were pre-Tiger days. You weren't even a Tiger, you were pre-Tiger, so we've known you for a little while now, and we've seen you come up through Scouts. We're very proud of you. You've done a great job. You got a long ways to go. I'll tell you like I tell all my Scouts, you're going to be successful no matter what. It doesn't matter. Do it well, do it with 100% effort, and do it with honor. Because of all the things you learn in scouting, the one thing that needs to walk with you the rest of your life is honor, and the concept of honor. And honor is doing what's right at the right time, all the time. It's just that easy. You've gotten the highest award in Cub Scouting tonight. The Arrow Light. Why do we give an arrow out? In the old days, before guns, arrows were weapons. But as they used arrows for weapons, the arrow took on a whole nother meaning. To the Native Americans and to the first peoples that inhabited Turtle Island, which is what we call North America now, the first people, my people, called it Turtle Island. Because if you look at it from above, it looks like a turtle. The head, the two legs in the back, the shell. So they called this Turtle Island. And they believed that Turtle Island floated on the seas and on the backs of the ancestors. They carried us along. And they carried us along through the days. So the straight arrow became a symbol of moving forward. You ever notice on the arrow it's only got one point? That's because we only go one direction. You ever seen anyone shoot an arrow backwards? It still goes forward. An arrow never goes in flight like this because when it tries to go backwards, guess what happens? It fails and it falls. So the lesson to you with the arrow, first of all, is always go forward, never go back. Because you'll fail and you fall. Always go forward. The arrow's straight. We talk about a straight path in life. We talk about being straight in our morals and our values. That's honor. Walk the straight path. Stay on the red road. Don't venture. There's people on either side and there's things on either side that will try to take you off the straight path. When you have those thoughts, when you have those doubts, look at the arrow. The arrow is straight. It's always going forward. And then my people became to use the arrow as a symbol. The arrow didn't always mean war. It was a sign of war. But it came to be a sign of respect because when the tribes would come and have a peace talk and negotiate and compromise with each other, they would bring a white arrow as a symbol of peace, trustworthiness, and a willingness to cooperate. So when you look at the arrow, when you're having fights, when you disagree with your parents, with your friends, look to the arrow and realize that it's a symbol to stop and talk. We don't always have to shoot it. Sometimes we can just hold it and we can think about it. And it's something to talk over. And the last thing, if you look at your Arrow of Light badge, it has this rising sun, right? And the 7 rays. You need to always look towards the rising sun. Look to the east. The east is a sacred place in many religions and in many cultures. Look to the sun, look to the right, and always go forward. So with that, my friend, it is my honor and privilege to present you with your very own Arrow of Light. Congratulations. Left hand now, you're a scout. Awesome. Hand that to your mom so you won't drop it. And another last, the very last. This will never happen again. Like I'll never give out another arrow. Miss Roseanne, she won't make another one of these. You remember seeing these? You remember seeing me hand these out? Well, we thought we were done, but we said no. Miss Roseanne, she broke out her skills, and she said, one more coup blanket. You know why we call it a coup blanket? You remember my stories of the Indians? It was called counting coup. In the old days, the warriors, instead of killing people, it was more honorable to walk up on your enemy in the nighttime, cut your enemy without ever being noticed. And the Indians would have their staff or their bow, and they would put feathers or beads or rocks on it. And that was called counting coup. And the lesson you need to take from counting coup is you don't always have to fight. And you don't need to be afraid, because we still have enemies today. We're scared of change. We're scared of trying new things. We're scared of making new friends. We're scared of a lot of things. But counting coup, when you can sneak up on your fears and touch them, they're not so scary anymore. So this blanket's for you to take all of these things that you've done that you might have been afraid to do, but you found out you could do it. All your accomplishments. Great friends of mine from a Canadian Boy Scout troop. They have blankets that have all their patches on it, and they wear it around the campfire. And it makes for great stories, because you start talking about your patches. And what that does is that brings you together in the brotherhood of scouting, that you always have a friend everywhere. So, on behalf of Miss Roseanne, because she can't talk and get through things like this, I present you with the last and your very own Cub Scout coup blanket. I don't have one last thing for you. Take that back. I've got one more thing for you. You thought you were getting out of this, didn't you? You did. So come here. We've known you since you were a tiger. You are a wonderful young man, well-mannered, intelligent, bright. You're all of the things that we could have asked for as a leader. Your path may have diverged, and that's okay. We all walk our own red road. There is no definition of the red road. The red road is a path of honor. It's the right path. The only person that knows the right path is in there, just like in here and just like in there. As long as you walk your path with honor, you can't be ashamed and you can't be afraid. So I have a challenge for you. I challenge you to be the best mentor for him that you can be. I'm charging you because I can't be there all the time. And Miss Roseanne can't be there all the time. You know the way. We taught you. I'm charging you with keeping him on the way. Do you accept my challenge? I'm counting on you. 2 challenges. The first challenge is first class in the first year. It can be done. I know it can. I helped write a program that says it can be done. You're going to have to work. The second challenge I issue, when you reach the mountaintop, when you walk the path of the eagle, and when it's time, I expect you to get a hold of me and Miss Roseanne, and we'll come back.
Because I do make an eagle.
Okay? It's a big challenge. Not everyone makes the challenge. You've heard me tell the story before. I didn't make the challenge. I'm not an Eagle Scout. I came very close. I got to the top of the mountain, and I just didn't grab it. So I challenge you to go be an eagle. But if you challenge you, and I challenge every one of you here too, the adults as well, I challenge you to live the life of the eagle, to live a life with honor. Okay? Congratulations, my friend.